Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. We're going to see what messages come out for you for the week ahead, my angels. So let's just dive straight in. I want to get you an animal spirit. For Aquarius, please, for the week ahead. Thank you. Ooh, you got the wolf. Okay. So the wolf spirit is actually one that speaks about being a leader. Sometimes when I think about wolf, I always think of a lone wolf, but wolves do really good in packs as well. So I wonder what this means for you. Let's dive in. I'm going to pull a card out for it actually as well. But the actual message behind this card in the book, speaks about our how we lead. Sometimes we feel like being a leader, and this could be in terms of family. We might feel like we need to pressure people to be their best selves, but sometimes the best thing that you can do is show them, right, instead of forcing them. So it's almost a relationship to leadership and control, and whether you can allow people to be themselves and not need to be perfect, but to be themselves and to grow and evolve in their own way without needing to force or control it. And that can really relate to parents and children, right? Sometimes we feel like they need to follow the exact path that we think is going to be successful, but maybe the best thing for them is to just be themselves and to figure it out on their own, right? So it's just this kind of energy about giving the safe space for others. Now, let's see how I feel like this for you, because I do get the sense that even if that relates to you, a lot of you guys had to do things alone in your life. Maybe you enjoy it. Maybe you enjoy it now. But that wolf energy is just it's kind of giving 9 of Wands, someone who's been through a lot in life, a wounded warrior, but you still show up for people. That's probably why you're a good leader. You've learned what bad leadership is. Okay. All right, thank you. Devil and the 4 of Cups. This is giving complacency and comfort zones. Why is a wolf here? The Tower card. Okay, well, I'm picking up that this might be a very big week for you. The 4 of Cups and the Devil energy is about letting our fears sometimes get the best of us. The Devil's temptations, his comfort zones, it could be addictions and stuff like that, things that are comfortable and familiar for us. But the Tower card is speaking about changing that. The 4 of Cups always comes with the advice, especially with this, is that sometimes the best time is right now to do the things we want to do. It doesn't seem like it. It almost feels like she wants to go out and she wants to have fun, but she can't because it's raining. And sometimes I say this is a card about using like excuses sometimes to not change. When we want change, I want change, but this is not good enough. Or it's not the right time. Or it's not perfect conditions to do it. And that's the devil keeping you stuck, right? That's the devil telling you it's comfortable to stay inside. You don't need to go outside and go and get wet and do the things that you said you're going to do. Why don't you just stay indoors with me, comfortable by the TV and a fireplace? So I wonder if this week you are kind of being tested to transform. I don't know how this will be for you, but the Tower card is a little bit about changing things up and doing the uncomfortable. It feels a bit like a harsh truth, but I don't know if this is spirit stepping in or if they're asking you to kind of like, change this energy within you because it's not doing you any good. The wolf. I don't know. It feels fiery. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say about this. Because the wolf looks like it's surrounded by fire, which would be that Tower card. So some of you as well, I wonder if there's this going cold turkey on something. I feel almost like complete release of it, like needing to kind of just get rid of the comfort zone so you stop going back to it. And whatever that is to you, again, it could be a certain habit that you've been wanting to kick for a while, but again, but maybe not today because it's such a stressful day. Like I really need this thing, whatever it is. Or it just, whatever your excuses are, it's just like, you've been getting sick of it. And I feel like the Tower card is like getting rid of it. What does it have to do with the wolf? I don't know. We'll find out. Oop, there's a wrong card in here. That's so funny. Okay, let's put that there. You know what's interesting? I've not even used that today. I used that yesterday, and I've been doing other people's readings, and I've not seen that till now. So I'm going to assume this is for you. A daughter spirit is opening up for you. You guys are connecting deeper to source, to spirit, which is great. And a big way of doing that, of course, is getting rid of that devil energy, anything that is disconnecting us from spirit. So whatever that is for you, could be a big time of like fasting or anything that helps you connect to spirit. Like there's so many different ways. Of course, meditating, sit with yourself, but I feel like removing the devil energy is important. So maybe that's even just removing fears, stepping more into faith. That's you connecting to spirit. Maybe it's removing addictions or toxic habits, or whatever it is. I think whatever it is for you, it's going to relate to the door to spirit, opening that door to spirit, connecting to spirit. So Observer card coming up during this week for you is a nice card. This is about you thinking about the future, where you want to go, what's the next step for you. So this is you observing what's around you. So I like this card. You're thinking about your next steps, and you have these two. So you got Angel of Love and Patience. So some of you, especially if you're single, you will have love come into your life. They're just calling for patience. So don't worry, if you've been wondering and asking spirit, where is my soulmate, that's coming in. Maybe this is a good time for those of you who relate to that to think about what kind of person you want, where you want to settle down, what does that relationship look like or feel like. And for all of you in this moment that you are needing patience for whatever it is that you want to bring into your world or have a dream, a goal, a reality, I don't know what it is, they're asking you to bring more love into your life. The Angel of Love is about self-love too, and I think that's going to be important for you moving forward. So this is a week of self-love. All right, let's see what else is going on for Aquarius during this week. Success. And this says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and to love what you do. You have success and growth, so this looks really good for business. Okay, what else do we got for you for Aquarius during the week? What messages do you have? You've got impartiality. So a need to understand that sometimes in life, people just have different opinions, and that there is no right or wrong. It's just what's aligned to you and what's not aligned to you. But removing judgment and bias from your decision making is important. And that again can be what we were saying about the wolf. There's no right or wrong way to do something. My nose is getting so itchy during a reading. Anything else for Aquarius? Any other messages? Expansion. So I'm going to just see. I'm going to clarify a few things. The first thing I want to look at is a wolf. Why is a wolf here? King of Wands. So in a lot of ways, this feels like you overcoming some, again, difficult feelings and emotions to get to new territory, which looks like to me to get to new places and new experiences. King of Wands is trusting in your ability to adapt. High Priestess and the Hermit do represent that deep inner work that might be, blocking you. This also could be what I was saying here about you being a leader, King of Wands. Understanding you can adapt as a leader and not everything needs to look exactly the right way. Knight of Cups. Could be someone extending their heart to you, but I feel like this is more about someone who is just maybe a bit younger than you, or just a bit, I don't know, like you've got a caring connection with. Someone could be coming to you for some help and advice, and instead of leading them exactly how you think, it's about letting them find their own way. I don't know, being a mentor to someone this week. That's interesting. Why is the Observer card here? The Eight of Wands. You're thinking about your next steps. So whatever you're feeling called towards in terms of dreams and goals is the right thing for you. That's a judgment call. Spirit saying that they're making that idea known to you. Patience, judgment as well. Surrender to divine timing. Angel of Love. Two of Swords. Queen of Swords. That's interesting. Angel of Love. You need more love in your life for sure. It needs to come from you first before it can come from people around you, because the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles tells me a little bit that you guys have been hurt before. Remember how I said the wolf gives me wounded warrior vibes? The Queen of Swords is also a wounded warrior. There's a reason why she's got clouds around her heart but not around her head. You are in your logical era right now of clarity and making things happen and all that stuff, but the Queen of Swords has a clouded heart. She usually doesn't use her feelings or emotions at all. She's had to learn hard. Well, she is the one who's been through the most pain out of all the queens. That's what we say, which is why she can come across quite stone cold, because she doesn't want her feelings to cloud her judgment, most importantly, but also she's kind of learned to just neglect her feelings overall. That's how I see sometimes, especially when we got the Two of Swords telling me that the Angel of Love is being blocked, and the Five of Pentacles is suggesting here that there is this feeling of abandonment or not being lovable or not having love, right? Feeling left out in the cold. What's wrong with me? This kind of stuff. It's about a lack, and coming up with the Angel of Love suggests that again there's a lack of love. I don't know if you don't allow it into your life because you feel like you have a negative thought process that when you hear about love, you know, Two of Swords is like this blocked off energy. So something needs to change with that for sure. Maybe you're so used to being alone like that wolf that you feel like maybe you don't need a relationship, but Spirit's kind of saying that's coming from a lack. That's coming from pain. That's not coming from clarity, and that's how you actually feel. It's coming from pain. Okay, and impartiality. This is going to get you out your head. Seeing things from like not a right or wrong. Maybe that's about your decision making. Maybe that's about your dreams and goals or whatever you're doing this week. Removing that removes anxiety, worry, and stress and helps you build a strategy towards success. What are you being impartial about? It's most like, okay, so there's also a balance here as well about healing, but also moving forward with your life too. You can do both. The Chariot chases the star, so it is about action towards your dreams and goals, determination towards your dreams and goals, leaving the city behind, right? Leaving your comfort zone behind to go out there and explore your dreams and goals. The Four of Swords about healing. So I wonder if this has something to do with this comfort zone thing. Why is a Tower here? This is about understanding what's holding you back, and what you're holding on to is holding you back. These excuses or these stubborn beliefs that you've got, they need to change, because Judgment and High Priestess do suggest that this is subconscious. It does tell me there's a blockage here that's holding you back. Judgment says release it, let it all go. Whatever you're holding on to, let it go. So that you can have success, that you can go after your dreams and goals here. Okay, expansion, King of Wands. Your ability to adapt, to do things differently. Okay. Okay, you're not always going to know the road ahead. That's why we're able to adapt and pivot and change things if we need to. If we try to predict everything in life before we start, we're never going to get anywhere. Let me just tell you that. All right, what's the overall energy of this week for Aquarius? The Death card. So this week marks transformation and change. Energy of Aquarius this week, Six of Cups. So you are in your nostalgic energy. It is Mercury retrograde during this time. So yes, it makes sense that maybe the past is coming up, or you're dealing with sentimental feelings, nostalgia, that kind of stuff. King of Swords is asking for some strategy here. We'll figure it out. What's the challenge for Aquarius this week? Eight of Swords, getting out your head, looking at solutions, not problems, and advice. Two of Swords, making a decision, and a King of Wands coming up again about adapting for your success. There is no right or wrong way. Okay. I think you're sweating the small stuff. You know, it's almost like, well, what, like, you know, in this card, they're wondering what color to paint their fence. And it's just like, does it really matter? They're arguing about it. So it's just almost like, I want you to really question, like, what are you giving your time and energy to? And is it even worth it? Because you're sweating the small stuff. You're sweating things that you won't even ever think about later on in life. So it's almost like let go. Let that go. Breathe that out. All right, I'm going to move this card. Why is a Death card here as the energy of the week? Eight of Cups reversed. So this is a need to walk away from something, for sure, that you might be not doing so. Why is Eight of Cups here? The Four of Cups. And that's that rejection. Same as what we had over here. What are you not walking away from? You're not walking away from So Six of Pentacles, again, could be habits and routines. So it could be something in your day to day, right? Something that you're doing on your day to day, something that you're giving your time and energy to, that you're not giving up, basically. You're not changing. Because the Six of Pentacles is almost like redirection is why. So you don't need to, if you want to stop doing something, for example, then maybe the best way of doing it is by just giving your time to something else, and it will become easier. You know, like when you decide to, I don't know, for me, when I stopped drinking coffee, I was like, well, I need something to replace it with. Otherwise, I'm not going to stop drinking coffee. So I just replaced it with decaf cups of teas. And now I just drink tea and I don't drink coffee anymore because I've given myself like a better replacement. So some of you need that. That's something, maybe your advice for you, of whatever this is. And if it's a person you're addicted to, I don't know what it is you're holding on to, then maybe giving yourself that love, right? Maybe some self-care will really help you out. An activity, right? To replace the times that you're checking on someone's social media or something. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. But the Eight of Cups suggests that you're hesitant on walking away from something that you probably should. You've not yet fully come to the understanding that this will not serve you emotionally. It cannot. Eight of Cups cannot get to the 10. That's how I see it. It's like you have to do something else. So this is promising you a new beginning, right? With the wild card being here. So maybe redirection is better for you. Your attention or your energy. Six of Cups. Why is this in Aquarius's energy this week? The Sun. Feels nice. The Fool. Okay, what's the reflection part of this? Page of Swords. Page of Swords can sometimes be triggers coming up, but the Fool and the Sun are really good cards. Taking a leap of faith during this week, focusing on your happiness. The Sun is actually behind the Fool, which is like a symbol of trust in the universe. Six of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles, which is maybe about family. Some of you could be revisiting family here. Page of Swords, why is this here? Six of Swords. So some of you are actually just like overcoming the past. That's it. Some of you guys are really healing here. I like that a lot. You're freeing yourself from old memories or again, comfort zones. Some of you could be again like visiting family. But Six of Swords is about moving away from chaos, conflict, and into calmer times. Learning your lessons. Page of Swords is you really diving deep into that, being curious, diving into your triggers to move on from the past. And this gorgeous energy is all about you jumping into things that make you happy and your success. So whatever reflection you're doing at this time or whatever's coming up is actually really good. If you find all patterns of behaviors coming up, really just dive in. Why is this coming up? Because it's going to help you really launch yourself into something new that's going to be very successful for you. Whether it's just your focus is now on your long-term success and your money or your career or whatever it is. Why is the King of Swords here? Page of Pentacles. Good time to research. Good time to build a strategy and to actually go towards whatever it is that you want. Like learning new things. Good for career, by the way. So go after what it is that you want. Do something new. Three of Pentacles speaks about collaboration as well and being a leader. So some of you, it is time to teach. That's why I'm seeing there. Okay, why is the Eight of Swords here as the challenge? The Lover's reverse. Again, it's a lack of making a decision. A lack of choice even as well. Feeling like you don't have any choice. But that's the mistake that you're making here. You do have a choice. Because the Eight of Swords is like feeling stuck and feeling surrounded when there is ways out of your situation, but maybe you do feel like you don't have a choice. The same as this, it's like, oh, but it's not the right time because it's raining outside. It's out of my control. And maybe that's the biggest thing for you guys. Like, it's out of my control, but that's not true. It might seem true. That's the devil energy, right? It's just tempting to think that way. But the Lover represents choice. Cut something out. The Death card, to transform something. What is the advice with the Eight of Swords? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about stability, and it just look at all these like kind of painful cards. Page of Swords triggered, Three of Swords heartbroken, Knight of Swords accusational, Ten of Swords a painful ending. Maybe you guys do have to let something go. Let me see what this is about. What I want to say with this is that you need to get more not aggressive, it's not the right word for it, but I feel like you need to get more serious about that Ten of Pentacles being yours, right? Go and fight for it. Why is the Eight of Swords here as a challenge? Again, learning new things, investing in new things, and waiting for that to come your way. Beautiful. All these cards are golden, and it's amazing to have that. These are all good cards. So free yourself from your fears and from what you think you're stuck in, because that's changing this week. Two of Swords. Why is this advice? Make a decision based on your intuition about where you're giving your energy to. Who are you giving your energy to? Yeah, Ten of Cups reversed, because it's clearly not making you happy. So in order to have happiness, you need to have change. So Spirit is asking for you to change your routines, change your habits, change who you're giving your time and energy to. It's time for change, all right? Things can only grow or evolve with change. Otherwise, they just stay the same. If you don't change anything, things will just be the same. You don't have a different outcome if you're doing the same thing. So it is a big time for change this week, okay, my gorgeous angels? But that's what I got for you. I wish you all the best. Come out your head, because you are going to have whatever it is that you desire. Remember, Observer card has the Eight of Wands. You're moving in the right direction. I think you're overthinking some things. And again, a big advice: invite more love into your life. Things are too swordy in your reading. There's too much logic, which is fine for you because you are an air sign, but I just feel like you need to tap into your heart a bit more, because it might give you some things that you needed to fill in the missing puzzle piece of your life at the moment, okay, my angels? So I wish you all the best. I send you my love, and get ready for this transformation, my angels.